Ay, 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 ay. Sharing my struggles feels like being a bit of a broken record. But, might as well be real with each other, right? Again, I find myself struggling with production anxiety. You'd think it would be the biggest blessing, and it is the biggest blessing in the world to be on my property with all of these projects that I could be doing. But I find that I am more often than I would like getting arrested with this like anxiousness in my belly, which I've talked about before. And my son was helping me dig some holes yesterday in the digger, and it was just the hardest thing for me. And sometimes I do great at this, and sometimes I just suck at it. Maybe parents understand this, but it was slow, and he wasn't putting the bucket where I felt it needed to go. And I was getting really short with him and saying, "Gabe, look, put it over here." Like I wasn't shouting at him, but I was short, snappy, hearing myself, these words coming out of my mouth, but not able to stop them. And, I took Gabe aside last night and said, "How did that make you feel?" And he started crying. And I said, when daddy's in a place like that, I want you to have a lot of courage. This takes a lot of guts. And I want you to stop what you're doing and say, "Daddy, you okay? Is everything okay?" And then it will probably kick me out of that space and allow me to talk about it. And, oh man, it breaks my heart to think when you look back at things ways that you've talked to your kids. Any parent will understand it's the worst feeling ever. You tuck them into bed and you see them there sleeping and you think, shit, why did I lose my cool? Something so stupid. I was listening to this podcast, 10% Happier is one that I sometimes listen to. It's kind of a meditation podcast, but he was talking to this woman who had had a brain aneurysm in her 30s and lost all of the left-hand side of her brain functionality, which is, I think, left brain. I think I've got this right brain, left brain. As far as I remember, left brain is the brain that does all the thinking, the overthinking, the numbers, the calculating, the worrying, the stressing. That's all left brain. And in our world, we're very left brain centric. Like we're pushed towards living out of our left brain. Like, be productive, think about all these things, and it's very, very tiring. And we don't spend much time in the right brain, which is kind of the sense of wonder. And we went walking down to the beach yesterday. It was a real stormy day, and the kids wanted to go see the ocean, and we went down there. And Gabe and Amelia, as soon as they saw the tide had gone out a bit and there was sand, they just ran at it like it was just like a friend that they hadn't seen in years, and just this sense of wonder over just a lump of sand, and it left me feeling so it was great to see it, but also just like, dang it, why can't you be more like that, Joby? Where's your sense of wonder? And this woman was saying how when that clot happened in her head, she basically reverted like to be back in a child's mind. And she said it was great. She didn't worry about being late anywhere. She didn't worry about anything. She was just amazed about everything that was happening, the light, the trees, everything. And she said, obviously you can't have a functional life like that if you're going to actually do something and run a business or whatever it might be. You have to be able to communicate what you're thinking and all of these things. But she just hearing her talk about that, it just made me, I think that's what enlightenment is, when people really start to live out of their right side of their brain and just chill more. And man, I just hear this voice on my shoulder all the time saying, stop, just look at the trees, look at the sky. Stop looking at all these projects and stop getting wound up about it, because you won't finish it today or tomorrow. Anyway, I'm still fighting this effing thing, and I don't know when I'll ever be done, if I ever will, but I guess knowing the problem is half the problem one, right? So just wanted to be real.